And we begin tonight with breaking news. At least 8 are dead, 11 injured in New York City after a man in a pickup truck plowed into a crowd.
NBC News is reporting a note referencing ISIS was found inside that truck, and the incident is being investigated as a terror attack.
We're also learning this evening that the suspect had ties to Northeast Ohio. Chris Ty has more on that in just a moment.
But first, NBC's Jay Gray has details on what we're learning tonight about what happened. Hi, Jay.
Hey there, Russ, Sarah. This is a growing and ongoing investigation. Take a look behind me. You can see where they are working at the end of what was an attack this afternoon here in Lower Manhattan. A man, 29-year-old Saifullah Saipov, an Uzbeki national who apparently rented a truck from a local home improvement store and took that truck onto a bike path here, killing 8, injuring at least 11, several of those still in critical condition tonight. He jumped from the truck after ramming a school bus and injuring 2 adults and 2 children inside there, yelling, according to at least 4 separate law enforcement officials, Allah Akbar, which of course is Arabic for God is great. He was holding a pellet gun. We are told he was stopped by a patrol officer, shot and wounded, taken to Bellevue Hospital. He's there tonight. Before going into surgery, he was approached by officers looking to question him. He refused to answer any questions at this point, so they're getting no information from the suspect here. What we know about him, he has lived in the Florida area as well as Ohio and New Jersey. There are separate investigations going on there, but the focus continues to be here at the scene for what officials are calling a terror attack here. We'll continue to follow the situation. For now, though, Sarah, Russ, back to you.
And you heard Jay mention it there, but that suspect had ties to Northeast Ohio. It seems he lived here just a few years ago in an apartment in Cuyahoga Falls.
Channel 3's Chris Ty spoke with neighbors tonight, and he has that part of the story now. Chris, good evening.
Russ and Sarah, good evening to you. The suspect's 29 years old. As Jay mentioned, he came here from Uzbekistan in 2010 on a green card. Most recently lived in Jersey, had an ID today from Florida, but in 2015 he lived right here where Stowe meets Cuyahoga Falls. And for the folks who call this home, today was a jaw-dropper of a Tuesday. The question is, why did he live here? Was it for work? Was it for a wife? Or was it possibly the time where he became radicalized while living in Northeast Ohio? We're told this is a very diverse development, a large Muslim population, a large mosque nearby. He lived in a small 1-bedroom apartment in this building. One man we talked with said he'd see him every day on dog walks. He'd often be dressed in traditional Muslim garb, but he was a very nice guy, a very quiet guy, he says, and he says this was a total shock.
He never, ever would have thought it would have happened in a million years. Just complete and total other shock. I had no clue. When I looked at him, I didn't think that this was a guy who was going to go out and plan something like this. He just seemed a guy like any other.
So the question is, why is this important that he lived here? Well, if it indeed proves out that the man who's behind the most deadly attack in New York since 9/11 spent recent years in Northeast Ohio, that will be very important to investigators, and they'll want to comb through his time here. No criminal record, just a traffic stop in Missouri, a traffic stop in Pennsylvania. But, Russ, the key question is, what did he do here? A lone wolf, the mayor of New York calls him, and the cards will be turned upside down to find out how he spent his time here in Summit County.
Incredible, disturbing for so many reasons. Chris Ty, thank you.